G'day guys, and welcome to our video on the seasonal trends in allied healthcare clinics. Now, before I do dive into this very interesting topic today, please just down below, smash the like and subscribe button. It helps us to reach more people and to create a bigger impact. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's jump straight into this one. Now, with Easter approaching, you may be watching this any time of the year, but with Easter approaching right now in 2024, it reminds us of something that comes up nearly every year in healthcare, and that is the April curse, the fear of April, the madness that comes with it from a business perspective, with all of the public holidays falling in 1 month. Now, in 2024, it is slightly different. We're actually going to split those public holidays across both March and April. But what typically happens is that business owners freak out a little bit, especially in the healthcare industry, when we have that hand crank one-to-one business type model, where if our team aren't at work helping clients to achieve their goals, we're not generating revenue, and therefore we're paying the team even though revenue isn't coming in as much. And so typically when we look at graphs of what happens throughout the year, there are periods throughout the year where we see it go up, and we tend to ride this roller coaster up and think, oh, life's going great, business is going fantastic, nailing it. And there's periods where it drops down. And April is one of those periods. Now, we typically have two throughout the year, two main ones, April and December. It's probably unsurprising. December, we have Christmas and New Year's, and a lot of clinics will actually close between Christmas and New Year's as well. Because you've got sometimes a week closure there, a week where you're not generating revenue. So it makes a lot of sense that you're not going to have as good a month as you normally would. And the same in April. We do have quite a few days off there in Australia, especially. So what I'd like you to do, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to go through a little tool and a slightly different way of thinking about this, a slightly different way of perceiving this one, okay? So follow along now. Now on Google, you can find a whole bunch of calculators like this, but this is the one that I tend to use. Is it the best? Maybe, maybe not, but they all do something pretty simple. And that is be able to work out how many working days you have in each month of the year. Okay, and I'll go through why that's important, but let's have a look at this. So in this example, I'm going to go working days, and let's go New South Wales. So we pick New South Wales here in Australia. And what we want to do is we want to pick the month of March, like so. Let's take this one back to March, please. We go to the 31st. And what it tells us is that there's 31 days in March, unsurprising, 20 working days, 10 weekends, and 3 public holidays. Okay, so there's 20 working days. Now, as a clinic, you're typically going to be Monday to Friday, or Monday to Friday plus a half day Saturday for some clinics. Not as many clinics do a full day Saturday, but if you do, you would just include Saturday as a working day, and you can change that on here. And if you do Sunday, which is even more uncommon, then you would just add in Sunday or Sunday half day, right? So if Saturday is a working day for you for half a day, well, then each Saturday would just be 0.5. Okay, so you can see where we're going with this one now. Now, at the start of the year, what I like to do is I like to go on here and work out for each month, how many working days are there going to be? Because it's going to change each year with how things fall. Now, 2024 is quite an interesting year. If you're playing along, if we change this and go back to February, with how things fell in February, right? We had 21 working days. This is one of the only years you'll find where February has more working days than March. Very interesting. It's a leap year, so we have 29 days in February, plus with where Easter falls. Okay, so it helps you to understand what we should expect month on month when we're looking at our revenue graph. Because the less working days we have, the less overall revenue we should expect to have typically, okay? Now, what you'll typically find as well is if we're looking month to month, we can have quite large fluctuations based on these things. But if we look business days per business day, so revenue generated per business day per month, we start to get a different picture. And so what that might look like, or what that might mean, is if you're generating $100,000 revenue per month, and in February, 21 business days, we can work it out like this. I'll just grab out, you just need a simple little calculator. Yeah, 100,000, divided by 21. And you can see you generated $4,761.90 per business day. Okay, and you can do this on a spreadsheet, nice and easy, but work out per business day the revenue generated. Because let's say you generated $95,000 another month, they put that in here, 95,000, but there were only 19 working days divided by 19, you'd see you actually generated more revenue with $5,000 per business day. Now, when we're looking at this from the perspective of success within the clinic, you're going to see less fluctuations when you do it like this. It's not going to be going the high highs and the low lows, less fluctuations. It's going to be a more steady graph, and it's going to be a better representation of what is really happening. So when you're looking to improve month on month, one of the key metrics that you should be looking at is revenue per business day. And for every clinic, this is going to be slightly different with how their business days fall, whether Saturday is a business day, half day, whatever it may be, where those public holidays fall. But that is a key metric you should be looking at. You're going to have, like I said, less of the high highs, less of the low lows. It's going to even out. But what I really like about that is, as a business owner, it's nicer to have a smoother trajectory rather than going from here to here to here and sitting on that emotional roller coaster. So please give this one a shot. Have a little bit of a play around with it. Look at, for April last year, for how many business days there were, what revenue did you generate per business day? And this April, track it and see how you go. Do you improve? Because you will likely have more revenue this April because there'll be more business days April this year than there was last year. However, will you generate more revenue per business day? All right, my friends, hopefully you played along with that one and all of the numbers made sense. I'm a numbers person, so I love going through these numbers. And I think it can be really useful when we're thinking about how can we get off that emotional roller coaster and think about these things more logically, more thoroughly, and give us a real good understanding of what is truly going on within our business. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic day.